Hello, my friends. How are you doing today? I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. My Thanksgiving was peaceful and quiet. Got to spend some time with the important people in my life, and I hope you had a peaceful and wonderful Thanksgiving as well. Thank you for joining me once again. Welcome to my new subscribers and welcome to my returning subscribers. Welcome one and all. This is Managing Mona's Moolah, and I am Mona. This channel is all about bi-weekly paycheck budgeting, paying off my mortgage loans so I can retire early, and cash stuffing, savings challenges. So if you like any of that type of content, I welcome you to my channel. Today I have a paycheck to budget, so thank you so much for being here. So one of the first things that I do, the steps that I take when I'm going to budget a new paycheck, is to take a look at the calendar to see what bills I have and which ones need to be covered with this paycheck. So this paycheck is dated November 24th. I don't have any bills the last week of any given month. So what I'm going to do is turn to the first part of December. And I know that on the 1st I have my mortgage payment that is due. So my mortgage payment is $17.85.49. My gas bill, the natural gas I use to run my appliances, this is due on December 3rd. And this bill is $45.75. And also my electric bill is also due on the same day. And this bill is $53.47. Also, I have my home security. I'm going to write that in, due as of December 7th. This bill is $66.48. So these bills need to be covered with my current paycheck of November 24th because my next payday is Friday, December 8th. So all these bills have to be covered with today's paycheck. So these are just for my happy planner. This is for November. This is December. I think it's so pretty, the floral design. So this is the very first step that I take, and I'm going to set this off to the side because I know now which bills need to be covered. So I'm going to come back over to November. Okay. So again, this paycheck date is November the 24th. This paycheck covers November 24 through December 7. My next paycheck is December the 8th. So again, my buffer carryover, $68.79. That stays in my checking account as a cushion. That was exactly as I had planned. My current paycheck is $2,456.88. And I have no other income planned for this pay period, so I'm going to add these together. $68.79 plus $24.56.88. My inflow total is $2,525 $2.67. So I move on to my fixed expenses. These are my bills that I must pay. So this is my mortgage payment, and it is due on the 1st of every month. This is $1785.49. Next is my natural gas bill, and this is due on or about December 3rd. This is $45.75. Next is my electricity, or my electric bill, due on or about the 3rd. They have the same date, I don't know why. So it's $53.47. And next is my home security bill. And this is due on or about the 7th, and that is $66.48. Those are all the mandatory bills I have, so I'm going to add those together. $1785.49 plus $45.75 plus $53.47 plus $66.48. And that gives me a fixed expenses total of $1951.19. And I'm going to subtract that from my inflow total of $25.67, and that leaves $574.48, which I'm going to bring down to my variable expenses section. This is where I get to have a little fun with my budget. All right, so first thing I account for is my allowance and my personal spending. I work really hard for my money, and I like to put a little reward in my wallet. And this is usually $100. Next, I have my groceries or fast food. I like to have money for coffee, dining out, things like that. And I budget $75 a week or $150 per paycheck. And I have some pretty hungry little critters that rely on me to buy their food. These are my fur kids. This time I'm putting $50 in their envelope. Next, I have miscellaneous. And usually I place $20 in that envelope. And finally, I have car juice. And I'm going to plan $25. All right. So what I'm going to do is add these together. Those are my typical items where I get to have a little bit of flexibility in my budget. So I'm going to add these together. $100 for my allowance, $150 for food and groceries and dining out, plus $50 for my fur kids, $20 for miscellaneous, $25 for car juice. And that gives me variable expenses total of $345. Okay. I'm going to subtract that from my leftover up here of $574.48. And that leaves a remaining balance of $229.48. All right. How's your budgeting going? Do you find it pretty hard to stick to your budget? I find that once I write it down, I do really try to stick with it. So I hope your budgeting is going well. Drop any tips and comments or suggestions in the comment section and we can interact. I like to get to interact with my viewers. So I'm going to bring this $229.48 up here to my sinking funds section. Anytime I have this big mortgage payment coming out of my checking account, I don't usually plan for any sinking funds. So this time around it's getting 0. And it's going to stay at $229.48. $229.48 brought down to my extra debt section. Again, I'm not applying anything extra to my home loan or home mortgage. So it's $229.48 brought down to my extra savings section. And I do have some savings challenges. I have my jar of hearts. So I'm going to, let's see, let's start out with my jar of hearts. Savings challenge, and this time I am reserving $75. Next is my Let It Bloom. And I am reserving $25. My 100 envelope savings challenge is getting $40 today. And I always reserve one of these final lines for a checking account buffer or cushion. And I like to have that sitting in my account in case an emergency happens. So let's see what that buffer is going to be this time. So I have 75 for Jar of Hearts, 25 for Let It Bloom, 40 for my 100 envelope savings challenge. So that's 140. Let's subtract that from 229.48, and that will leave a buffer cushion of 89.48. So now let's add these items together. So 75 plus 25 plus 40 plus 89.48, and that gives me an extra savings total of $229.48. And if I subtract that from the leftover up here, I do get a zero-based budget. All right. This was pretty simple this time around. When you don't have a lot of extra for sinking funds and extra to credit card or loans or other debt, you really have to just take care of the mandatory items. So let's go ahead and just check my math. This box down here is just something that I use to check my math, okay? So what I'm going to do is take my inflow total of $25.25.67, subtracting my mandatory bills and expenses of $19.51.19, subtracting $3.45 for my cash envelopes, nothing to sinking funds, nothing to extra debt. And let's subtract 229, 48. And I do get a zero-based budget, so it is correct. All right, that was pretty straightforward, kind of ho-hum, right? Not a lot of exciting things going on here, but at least I was able to take care of my bills and a little bit in my wallet and a little bit to saving. So I have much to be thankful for and grateful for. To God be the glory that I have another paycheck and I can allocate it and take care of things for the next 2 weeks. Anyway, I wish you a wonderful and successful budgeting journey as well. I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with me today. And please come back next time. I have a cash stuffing video. I'm going to stuff my savings challenges and my cash envelopes into my wallet and into my binder so I can have some money tucked away for the next 2 weeks. So thank you so much again. I wish you peace and I wish you a wonderful day. A big shout out to all my wonderful budgeting friends here on YouTube who are so supportive and so kind. Thank you so much. You take care of yourselves. Be kind. Bye.